Providence. I am happy to say, to start out with my weather forecast, that I actually took off my coat coming in the building. I felt very good about that. So I've got this transition period happen where I'm leaving for Vegas this weekend, so I'm hoping this weather kind of just follows me all the way to Vegas and keeps getting warmer. So excited to see the sun's out, and a happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. The last 2 weeks we've spent time talking about things to do for Valentine's Day, gift ideas, and today we figure, it's kind of, you got to get moving. You hopefully have your reservations for tonight or going through the weekend. But the segment we're going to do today still can play into Valentine's Day. And I actually got this feedback from some of you on social media that this was a great idea to talk about things you could do as a romantic time at home with your significant other. So we're talking cheese, bread, and wine, three of my very favorite things. And I can tell you that my guests that are coming in are all very creative people, have some amazing talents from their place, and have some beautiful products that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to taste on your behalf to let you know about them. So we've got joining me today, I've got Narragansett Creamery coming in, and I have Mark from there. I've got Bagel Express and Anthony coming in from there. He's got 2 locations, one in Providence and in North Providence. And then my last guest, which will be the wine part, is Nicole coming from Gasparo's up on Federal Hill. They're celebrating a big anniversary this year, so I'm going to let her talk about that. They also host some amazing tastings at the store, so I'm going to let her get into that as well. But the whole combination is to try to see how all 3 of these things can flow together. I have no problem eating any of these things at any given time. The only 4th thing I think I'm missing is pasta. That would put us in like that heavenly category. But bread, cheese, and wine, all perfect things that we're going to talk about today. And I also want to put out there that I came up to me yesterday, and then I got a lot of it today, is that today is also the first day of Lent. So I know that all of these things are things that you can eat at Lent, and also seafood obviously as well. So these are things that you can enjoy if you were trying to do a nice romantic thing at home tonight or going into the whole Lenten season. So great things to talk about. So I'm going to get started, bring in my first guest, Mark Federico from Narragansett Creamery, and talk about all these amazing things he's brought us. How are you, Mark?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for making it in today. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
So I have to say that I was telling Mark, and I search for this and find it almost anywhere I want to now, but I was finishing off the last of my Atwell's Gold cheese last night that you produced, which I absolutely love. So you guys have produced some amazing, amazing products.
Thank you. We have some here for you today.
Awesome. See, right here, Atwell's Gold. We'll get right into it. We'll talk about it. But what I'd like to do is, before we get into all the amazing things that you have, is kind of talk about the history, because you've got a generation thing going on for like 2 generations now of how your whole family's evolved into this, right?
Yes, my grandparents were in the food business, supermarket business, and my parents, the specialty food business in Connecticut, in New Haven, Connecticut. And that passion, I followed that passion of quality food, farm-to-table foods, from the days of working with my dad at his store, his produce store, where I would greet the farmer at the back of the store and accept the produce, stock the produce, and sell it to the customers. So that was 50 years ago.
Wow, so you've seen an amazing transition of how this has all evolved.
Yes,
as well.
yes, it has. And so I decided, after a career in accounting, I decided to follow my passion back into the food business and manufacture cheeses. And decided on Providence, Rhode Island.
Well, I gotta say, I'm glad that you left accounting to come to food, back to food, because it's just a little more exciting to me, although accounting's important.
Accounting's important, but it's exciting. It's exciting to create something that people like and people enjoy, and that's what I wanted to do.
So now, you had a company that you were working with that had specialty products before you launched Narragansett Creamery, right?
No, we had I was making cheeses in Rhode Island, in Providence, since 2000.
Okay.
But we were making private label cheeses for other companies. In 2007, with the help and inspiration of Luella Hill, Brown University graduate and passionate local food advocate, came to me and said, we need to launch a brand in Rhode Island, a local brand, and together we launched Narragansett Creamery.
So, I mean, if you think about it, 2007, we're in 18, that's not a long time at all for this business to grow to where you've taken it.
Not a long time, and I credit Patty's in the other room, and my wife, who did a lot of the farmers markets and created consumer demand, grassroots consumer demand for the product, and consumers went to the local stores and said, you need to take in this product because it is quality and this is what we want.
Well, Patty, good job to you, because I think I've been buying it since 2007 at Farmers Markets, so that's fantastic. So one of the things that I really want to highlight is that when you decided to do this in 07, you not only kept it in Rhode Island, but you're in Providence.
Yes, well, we thought, in looking for a location for our creamery, we thought that the Providence is a great location. First, we have access to great milk. We have access to local farmers, New England milk, small family farms, farmers that are passionate about what they make and the milk that they produce. Secondly, Providence is in the middle of two major markets, Boston and New York.
Right.
So it's a great spot to manufacture and distribute a product.
So how big has the company become now? How many people are working with you on a regular basis?
Yeah, we have about 20 people.
20 people?
Yeah, about 20 people on a regular basis. We start early in the morning, pasteurizing our milk and various processes through the day.
So he's grown to 20 people. You started in 2007 to go to this. You've done unbelievable, and you stayed in the capital city. So congratulations to you and Patty. This is no small feat, and I personally am very appreciative, and I know many others out there that have commented to me are as well. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we felt received very well by Providence and by the local community, and that really propelled our growth. So it was great.
So let's talk about some of the other things that are out there that surround all of this. So you brought an unbelievable, beautiful spread, and we've got a few more things that we'll bring into show here. But how is this all made? So you've got a facility here in Providence.
Right.
How is this all put together?
We receive every day fresh milk from the farms.
Okay.
And it is no added hormones and antibiotic free. And we receive that milk at, let's say, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By 2 o'clock the next morning, we're making cheeses.
Wow.
So that's milk that's not been out of the cow very, very long. And so our first step in the process is pasteurization. Well, let me back up a second.
Sure.
First of all, we're very fortunate in New England to have these small family farms. And the way we purchase milk through the co-op from these farms is by the pound. So we pay by the pound of milk, not by the gallon.
Wow.
And why that's important is because the farmer gets paid for the protein and the butter fat in that milk. So if the farmer takes care of the cows, feeds the cows well, treats the cows well, we're going to have good, high quality milk. We're going to pay a little bit more for that milk, but that's okay because we're going to get better cheese.
Right. So this, there's a lot, the sourcing of all this is local, which goes into this whole thing of the farm to table movement that's been out there for a long time and supporting the local farmers. You're really helping them not only from buying from them, but buying from them at good quality.
Yes. If again, they feed the cows well, treat the cows well, they get more money, I pay more money, but it works out for both of us because I'll get more cheese and better cheese, high quality cheese to make the high quality products that we make.
So in the facility that you have there, that comes in, you said by the next day you're already making the different cheeses. How many cheeses overall are you producing now?
I should be better prepared.
No, because
probably over 20.
Over 20 different cheeses.
Yeah, over 20 different cheeses. From the hard cheeses like the Atwell's Gold, which is an Italian flavor profile like an Asiago, which was one of the first cheeses that I made, coming to Rhode Island.
And I love the name Atwell's.
Yeah, Atwell's Gold. We tried to name. We have our Divine Providence, which is a Gouda. But so we have a variety of cheeses from the hard cheeses to the softer cheeses.
Okay.
Like the fresh mozzarella or the ricotta, world award-winning gold medal.
So I'm having a hard time not eating everything here, so I'm going to let Mark do a little more talking about what we have on the table while I try some of these cheeses. What are the ones, what's cut up over here?
Okay, well, this is Atwell's Gold, that is cut up. And I'm going to show you some of the things that we have here, right on this table. This is our
I'm just going to eat some of the apples.
This is our Crescendo. It's our version of a Stracchino di Crescenza, a northern Italian cheese, which is a spreadable cheese. It's like a brie without the rind. It can be spread on a cracker or a nice French baguette. Its name, Stracchino, the Italians named it after the time of year that they milked the cow. The cows were coming down from the mountain tired, so there wasn't a lot of fluid milk, but there was a lot of butterfat in the cheese. And they made this specialty cheese, higher in butterfat, very spreadable, like a brie without the rind.
I gotta tell you, and I always have this problem with aromas and things, but cheeses are no different. I'm like loving everything right here.
Here we have our fresh award-winning gold medal ricotta. We won the gold medal in Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association for this ricotta. We keep it pure, and really it's simplicity and staying true to the simple ingredients, which is milk. We acidify it, cook it to a high temperature, hand ladle the ricotta into a tin, and drain it.
So I'm noticing a trend here with some Italian influences in the cheeses.
Yes. But
All
we
right.
do have, and we'll show you the finished product. We do have a Greek or a Cyprus type cheese, which is our version of a halloumi.
Okay.
Okay, a halloumi we can grill it. It doesn't. To be honest, ours doesn't grill as well because we decided to cut the amount of salt, the sodium, in half.
Okay.
So it isn't as hard, but it pan sears very well. Non-stick pan, a few minutes on each side. It's like a toasted cheese without the bread. It can be eaten savory or sweet. Savory with a salad as the protein, sweet with dates, nuts, honey.
That's what I was doing with my apple school last night. I was eating all the nuts. So we're gonna go back to that piece. So we got this from the mozzarella here.
The fresh mozzarella, and we'll
Yeah, show this,
we'll
yeah.
show it here. It can be sliced with tomatoes, basil, little olive oil, salt and pepper. That's it. We talk about bread later, a little bread.
So I enjoy this all year round. I'm one of those people like it's not summer. I'm like, I don't care, it's not summer. This is amazing. I love eating this all year round.
Yes, and if fresh tomatoes are not available, you can use a sun-dried tomato. You can use some fruit. You can grill a peach or grill.
I didn't think about the sun-dried tomato.
Yes,
I like that
yes.
idea.
Try the sun-dried tomatoes.
I like that. All right, so we did the ricotta, we got the mozzarella, we did the crescendo, we got the grilling cheese and the apple school, my favorite, and then we got over here some of the burrata, which I want to make sure I pull this up because this is another one that's amazing.
Okay, this is our burrata. Burrata is a cream-filled mozzarella. It originated in Puglia, Italy, and we make every one of these burrata is made by hand. There is no machine that can make this hand burrata. We stretch the fresh mozzarella curd into mozzarella, and then you have this, okay?
Yep, I got it.
Okay,
No worries.
so I have to
Go
use my
I'm the
hands.
same way.
I have to use my hands.
See, that's
So
why one hand keeps eating the cheese because I got to do something.
we stretch the hot mozzarella and fill it with stracciatella. Stracciatella means ripped, torn parts of fresh mozzarella, and cream and a little bit of salt. We fill that pocket with the stracciatella, close it, and cool it in water.
So this is a process.
This is a process,
This
and
is
every one is
good.
handmade.
Yeah, this is delicious, absolutely delicious. And then let's see, we've got, I'm gonna bring, this is the grilling cheese you were just talking about.
Right, we talked
So-
about our version of the halloumi, the grilling cheese.
Now, this is something that you've grilled up?
This is, yes, we pan-seared this, so if you take a look.
Yeah, I'll take a look while you
Yeah.
say. Okay.
It has the nice coloring of the pan sear on both sides.
Yeah,
And
it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And all you did was a little light grilling on each side.
yes, no oil, no butter, non-stick or a good seasoned cast iron pan is all you need. Hot, medium heat, a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes on each side, and you have your protein for your salad, or you have a nice dessert with dates
I could eat this all day
and
long.
honey.
I could eat that all day long. That is absolutely amazing. All right, so as I was saying before, there's some influence here. I think we've covered everything. We've got great raspberries. I want to eat those too. So the influence here is heavy Italian.
Yes, it is, but we want it to be a little more diverse than just Italian cheeses. So that's why we make an award-winning feta cheese. We did not show it here today, but we make an award-winning feta cheese. We make the grilling cheese.
So how, and this was, I think we spoke about this one, some of the questions I had out there, is that where does the idea, when you're expanding to come up with a new line of cheeses, is it a thought process where you guys sit down? Do you talk to the vendors, the restaurants? How does that come about? Because you mentioned before that you've gotten suggestions on cheeses.
Yes, well, it's one of the good things that the farmers market provides to us. So we have a lot of interaction with our customers. When we are launching a new product, we have samples so our customers can tell us too much salt, not enough salt, our pirate spread too hot, not hot enough, and we take those suggestions seriously and alter the product till we come to a finished product that we really like. We do get suggestions from customers and from supermarkets. Our grilling cheese was a suggestion, was a request from a supermarket.
Really?
Who decided to ask us to make a halloumi. We couldn't name it halloumi because the name is trademarked in the United States. However, this is a product that is now being sold nationally through one of the meal kit companies.
So that lends me to another point there. So you say it's being sold nationally, and I've noticed that to me, and maybe it's just because I'm more aware of it because I love the cheeses, is that I'm seeing them in more and more places now. So has it increased the amount of places? You went from farmers markets to now stores are carrying it. I've even seen it in restaurants.
Yes,
So-
many restaurants,
Yeah.
and I think again, I credit Patty for, the down, feet on the ground, legwork to go to the farmers markets. And that's where we reach the consumer, and that's where the consumer decides they like the product and asks, restaurants and or supermarkets or small markets to carry the product. A very grassroots growth.
So who are a couple, just thinking locally, who are a couple that just come to the top of mind? I know you've got plenty, but who are a couple that come top of mind to you?
Stores or
Yeah,
restaurants?
stores.
Stores, it'd be Eastside Marketplace,
Okay.
Dave's, in Massachusetts, in Connecticut, Big Y, Roach Brothers.
You've got a lot of them.
I've got a
So-
lot, Sandy's, Belmont,
Now to
Lee's
find
Market,
this list, can they go to the website?
They
Is
go
there
to
a list of all
website,
stores?
the
Okay.
website, and I apologize, I don't like mentioning names, but, because I know I'm gonna miss.
No,
many.
no, but I just wanted to give an idea to throw it out there, because one of the questions I had is it only in specialty markets or specialty farm stands? And I didn't get that impression from where I've seen
No,
it.
no,
So, the farm stands, like I found it, oh my gosh, I wish I could remember the name myself, but in Warren, there's the farm stand that I've gone to when I've gone to visit MS Walker, and it's right there, and I picked up
Yes.
apples gold while I was out there buying things.
yes.
So it's plentiful and it's in a lot of areas. The other part, and today you've given us a great overview from the education standpoint, and everything I'm covering today, even from the bread standpoint, there's a variety of breads out there to talk about, obviously an immense amount of variety of wines, but cheeses to the flip side as well. Is that, do you find that a lot of people when you're at these farm stands are doing tastings for the first time and finding things that they haven't tasted before or had?
Yes, it amazes me that, some markets we've been at for, almost 10 years, and you get new people to come, new
Right.
people to taste. The other thing we've noticed with farmers markets is we've got many chefs from local to, from New England,
Right,
all over,
right.
come to see what is at the farmers market, what is new, what can they put on their menu, and it's been a great source of growth opportunity for us.
Well, congratulations to you guys again. I mean, this is, to me, it's a wonderful thing, not only that you've done such a great job producing it, but you're in the heart of Rhode Island. You're in the capital city and making this happen with a great team that you've put together. So congratulations to both of you. Please check out their website, and we'll make sure that we list it, because to find out where these tastings are and where it's for sale, not only are you enjoying a wonderful product, but you're supporting a local person that's producing this, a local shop that's putting this all together. So, Mark, congratulations to you and Patty, and thank you for bringing in these amazing things. I'm going to be snagging some more cheese
Great,
meats here
very
for
good.
sure.
Thank you very
so
much.
This is awesome.
Thank you, enjoy.
I've been taking a couple of these because I got wine to taste later, so I want to make sure that I can do this with some wine. We'll be in good shape.
Good.
All right,
Very
I'll
good.
help you state some of this out. So, as I mentioned, I kind of tried to keep it in this order. I got cheese, bread, and wine going. So we've got the bread part coming.